Hey everybody, my name is Shane Theriot and thanks for joining me today. And we're going to talk about this tune called Bump and Bind. Tricky title. Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this. Jason Sidwell wrote this tune specifically for me for this lesson, and it was a really pretty cool little change up. I would have never written chords like this, and it's completely different than what I'm used to. And it's really great to have another great player write something for you and that you get to interpret, so hopefully I did it justice. First of all, in case you're interested, this guitar is what I played on the track. And this was built by my dear friend, Gerard Melanson, who sadly left us a few years ago, passed away. He was a close friend. He built some great instruments, this being one of the last ones he built. I have a few of these guitars. This is the only Strat, but this was one of his last guitars he built. And it's a special one for me. It's got a lot of soul in it. The signal chain was pretty simple. I went into an Ibanez tube screamer for distortion that I bought a long time ago. I still use it from time to time. And into a vibrato pedal, a Boss vibrato pedal, into a delay made by a company called Free the Tone out of Japan. And the delay is called a Flight Time. And I just have it set up for a little slap. It's a great company, great stuff. And then I was using a Beyer M160 microphone, a ribbon mic into an API preamp. I love the APIs for guitar. To me, you can't beat them for electric guitar. Let's talk about the tune. The first part of the tune, the meat and potatoes of the tune is the riff, and it's an E. And it was already on the track, so I didn't feel it was necessary to play it over and over again. It kind of went something like this. Something like that, I'm paraphrasing. But what I thought would be cool is to not use a pick on the first part, so I didn't use the pick. And that enabled me it freed up my right hand to be able to, come up with some more pianistic approach. Like, I could get all these little notes in between, like this kind of poppy stuff around Jason's riff. Stuff. You can do some of it with a pick, but it's not the same. You get a lot more articulation with your fingers. And I still use my finger to play some rhythm. So that took care of that first section. And then I thought it would be interesting to, I just heard this harmony in my head and I went for this chord progression and superimposed it over the E. So we have this riff going. Right, that's E, 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 E. And what I did was I played these chords. E minor, C major 7, A minor, that's a B altered. Again, that's an E, something like that. But over that E pedal, it's kind of a hip thing. Like a piano player would do that. You probably don't want to do that if there's a piano player on the gig, but there's nobody here tonight, so it's a guitar video. And what I did was I used that vibrato pedal I was talking about just on that passage, so it sounded more like this. That's it. That beat, that's a hip voicing. This is it's a Lenny Breau voicing. Third in the bass, so we're in the key B altered. My first finger is playing the third, 6th fret, 5th string, and then my ring finger is barring the 7th fret, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, and that resolves beautifully into E minor. So I threw that in there. And then we're into the what I call the pop section of the tune, which is C, D, C first inversion, D first inversion. It's just C with third in the bass. And then there's a big E major chord. So I listened to the track a few times before I played it, and I started hearing stuff in my head. So when I picked up the guitar, I sort of translated that and refined it, and this is what I came up with. I'll sing it first. This is what I did. Because you have to resolve that. And then in guitar, it came out like this. Real melodic. Not the most original thing, but it came from inside. I didn't work that out. That's kind of the point I'm trying to make in today's lesson that you get from this. Try to sing it first, you know. You can figure out the theory after. Then we're into this other part of the tune. It's got more chord changes, but they're straight diatonic. A, and it walks up to C. I just was thinking A minor. And then that's a C over a B flat. I don't know, I guess you could analyze it as a 5. Again, I was just singing a part and it came out like this. Something like that, and it's just triads walking up that. I outline those chords. And it repeated that section again. And then this time it did this little thing. Another 180 resolution into A major. So you have to make those hits, otherwise it's going to sound like you don't know what you're doing. And maybe I sound like that. I tried to make them. Then we're into the solo, and I just stuck with E pentatonic for a minute. I remember delving into minor, probably Dorian. Out of that shape, Dorian minor. And then I played a blues kind of phrase up here. Something like that. But basically E minor. You know, I didn't get too crazy with it. And then when it went up to the chord changes again, I just navigated those. But I was thinking over C Lydian. So I was playing Lydian. And that worked over all those chords. And then the final, the A walk up to C, I just was thinking A minor, man. I was just blowing an A minor. Did a run. I don't remember what it wasn't really worked out, but it's A minor. And then we're back into E. So I just sort of weaved around a little bit, pentatonic ideas. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that'll work over a tune like this, but the takeaway that probably I'd like to drive home is, if you're still with me, is try to sing, get the track and just sing it for a minute without your instrument. Just, hum a few things and listen to what comes to you. Then pick up your guitar, try to work out a few of those things, and then put in the theory and, oh, this is this, and this is mixolydian, and this is that. Do it in that order rather than let the theory dictate where you're going. I hope that makes sense. Because it's too easy to get bogged down and stuff. And I do know the theory, but on a tune like this especially, the chords are so melodic. You want to play melody over it. That's what made the greats so great. And people pick up on that. So try to think more melodically. And that comes from singing what you play. Singing before you play, to me. So hopefully you got something out of this. And I appreciate you taking some time to watch this out of your day, and I hope, wish you the best of luck with the lesson.